The YSL Lieb line has been YSL's most successful line after the pandemic, and I think we all know why. From the success of the EDP up until the latest fragrance, Berry Crush, let's deep dive into each fragrance and each flanker, and let's see ano difference sila and similarities and how it all stacks up sa isang malaking family. Hi, I'm Ali King. I make fragrance content on TikTok, pero nasa YouTube din ako, and sometimes I do living alone stuff, sometimes I do perfume. Let's talk about one of the most successful YSL fragrances after the pandemic, YSL Lieb. Quick context lang, YSL Lieb is YSL Beauty's fragrance of freedom. It launched noong 2009 and it stands for two things, something that is bold and something that is very confident. And what they really wanted to market dito sa Lieb line is that they have here the first floral lavender. And baka iniisip nyo, hindi ba flower naman ang lavender? Well, yes, di ka man nagkakamali. Pero kasi, lavenders have been used in masculine fragrances. Think barbershop fragrances, very fougere types of fragrances. And quick background lang, fougere is a fragrance family that is mostly known to market sa males. It's herbaceous, clean, and mossy, and that fragrance family has lavender, and it's one of the key pillars ng isang fougere. It's also known as the barbershop scent, which is interesting kasi when it was created, it was made for women ng mga around late 1800s or 1900s. Going back, YSL flipped the structure and made a floral lavender for this female-centric marketed fragrance with Dua Lipa as the endorser. And from the Lieb EDP up until the latest Berry Crush, they still incorporate three keynotes na nasa lahat ng flankers nila. A cool aromatic lavender, a creamy orange blossom, and a very sensual amber or a very creamy delicate musk or vanilla sa base note. And that is the reason why hindi nawawala yung identity and structure ng YSL Lieb kahit na napakadami nilang flankers. So in this vlog, let us talk about what stays consistent, what changes, and what fits your personal mood depending on the type of occasion. The first one is the original EDP. This is the blueprint. This is the standard. This is a perfect daytime scent. Imagine woman na naka-black blazer sa office, very power fragrance. That is the original concept of Lieb. For me, it's a nice office scent. It is a nice everyday, no fuss fragrance. It's nothing special, honestly. Mas maganda pa yung ibang flankers niya kaysa sa EDP. Because I think over time, medyo gumanda na din yung timpla nila and what they think plays better with those three original notes. If you want a fragrance na kaya mo suotin after work for like casual friendly dinners, I think this is a good fragrance for you. And I think this one is the very balanced one. May balance siya of a good aromatic lavender pero hindi na overpower yung aromatic lavender sa vanilla niya na medyo light, and I think the orange blossom adds a little bit of feminine flair dun sa original EDP. The second one, I have this bottle. This is my introduction sa YSL Lieb. Actually, hindi yung EDP. This is intense. And this one, it kind of flips the composition kasi this one, instead of having a very airy orange blossom and light musk, this one kind of has an OD of the very creamy vanilla habang yung lavender is kind of toned down tapos yung musk medyo inamp up ng onte pero hindi masyado. This also introduced the note na tonka bean which adds parang a very warm, spicy, sweet undertone sa already heavy vanilla na meron to. It's richer, and by richer I mean mas madami nangyayari sa ilong mo na mas mabigat. This one also lasts longer than the EDP. EDP is a bit airier while this one is great for dinner, formal nights out, formal dates, occasions na kailangan mong mag-dress up for something very, very special. This one is also my top recommendation sa mga taong gusto mag-delve into YSL fragrances. Suotin mo lang siya kapag nasa aircon ka. Kasi I think mas maganda siya kapag naka-aircon. Kasi kapag mainit, sakit sa ulo. Mag-EDP ka na lang kung madalas kang nasa arawan. Quick note ko din pala, Lieb also released a low new. Kaamoy siya ng EDP. It's a bit more citrusy than the EDP. Medyo very toned down or almost wala na yung vanilla. What I don't like lang sa low new is that it's water-based. Kaya may onting lagkit siya. May onting parang sticky na siya sa balat. And then, iba yung sprayer niya. And it's for all water-based fragrances. Yung sprayer niya medyo dumudura. I think that has to do with the composition of the fragrance or baka kasi walang denatured alcohol. But it's very different compared to how YSL bottles spray. Kasi Liebs have one of the best sprayers. It's very, very strong. new. Ako, may something siya na parang hanggang dito lang, which is quite weird. The next one, this is Liebe Platine. And Liebe Platine for me, ito yung pinakamalinis, pinaka-safe blind buy, even though I don't recommend safe blind buys, dito sa buong Liebe family na to. Kasi it includes a note of aldehydes. And aldehydes, basically they smell like fresh laundry. Amoy sabon, amoy bagong laba, amoy Downy, amoy ng Safeguard, amoy ng Fabcon, amoy ng detergent. Kasi it smells good sa isip natin. It smells clean, it smells fresh. Even though it has aldehydes, even though amoy bagong laba siya. For me, it adds a different take on lavender. It's a bit metallic, astringent, to the point na parang masyado ng amoy malinis. Medyo nag-aamoy bakal na siya in a good way. But it has supporting notes such as yung vanilla. It still has vanilla here. It still has lavender. It still has those DNA na meron yung before Liebes. Kaya it still has that personality ng Liebe, but in a different way, in a different take. Nagulat din ako dito, honestly, kasi I thought it would not last. I thought na after paglabas mo ng bahay, wala na siya. This lasted sa friend ko hanggang pag-uwi niya galing office. I can still smell it. Pero kasi nilayer ko siya with Liebe Intense. But this one is really strong for an aldehyde fragrance. It really projects as well. And kung ano yung mukha ng bote niya, ganun din yung amoy niya. It smells metallic, it smells astringent, it smells a bit clinical, pero hindi siya amoy betadine. This, I think, if ever napapapiliin ako, this is my top 3. So kung top 3 ko is Liebe, top 2 ko is Intense, ang top 1 ko is Vanille Couture. This one incorporates a vanilla caviar note. For me, ang cute ng bote niya. Nung naamoy ko siya for the first time, I immediately fell in love with Vanille Couture. It is one of my most favorite vanillas, hindi lang sa YSL line, pero sa lahat ng vanillas na naamoy ko, because this vanilla doesn't smell dessert-like. It doesn't smell gourmand. It smells decadent. It smells like culinary vanilla. It smells like yung vanilla pod. Kapag siniscrape mo siya from the bean, it smells like that. Hindi siya amoy bianco latte na vanilla. It smells so pleasing without yung umay factor na naaamoy natin with other vanillas. Dare I say, medyo parang vanilla planifolia type yung amoy niya. Ganun yung parang texture niya sa ilong. Walang halong umay. This also has a note of rum, alak drenched in vanilla pods. Unfortunately, this is a limited edition fragrance and I don't know if I will be getting one soon. But meron sa MOA kasi bagong bukas yung YSL doon. And I'm just so happy na meron na dito because I really like Vanille Couture. The next one is Flowers and Flames. And this one, I tend to call it the middle child of the family because I think for me, ito yung pinaka nag-stray away sa DNA. You have here your aldehydes for Liebe Platine, your berry crush na explain ko mamaya, may berry siya. This one smells like coconuts. It smells tropical. It smells like yung kapatid mo nag-decide na, titira na lang ako sa La Union. Parang ganung vibe siya. It's a bit coconutty. Parang kung EDP intense sa gitna siya. Tapos sinaluan mo ng coconut. Tapos may onting amoy pandan siya. Walang pandan sa notes. It's not my favorite. But I think it works kung gusto mo ng something creamier. And if you like more tropical fragrances. Because the coconut there is very prominent. Medyo humaharap siya sa'yo kapag naaamoy mo siya. And I'm not the biggest fan of coconuts in fragrances. Kaya baka ako lang yun. The last one, this is Berry Crush. This is the latest release ng YSL. This one is like, again, para siya nasa gitna ng EDP and para siya nasa gitna ng Intense. Kaya nilagyan mo ng raspberry note. It's the fruitiest one. It's the juiciest, fruitiest one. I think the most kikay sa magkakapatid. It has that personality. Para siyang bunso. Bunso ng mga magkakapatid. Tapos gusto niya gumaya sa mga ate niya. It's a bit fun, not juvenile, pero it's younger smelling than all the other ones. If you are in college or if you want your first YSL fragrance but you cannot let go of your fun, fruity fragrances, this one, I think, is your best bet. This one is the cutest girly pop-esque perfume na meron si Liebe bukod kay Mon Paris. Pero kasi Mon Paris, very coquette ang atake. This one is being introduced sa very power woman stiletto atake. Pero ang cute niya pa rin. I like this more than Flowers and Flames. May mga ibang rebottled fragrances. May Le Parfum na never ko pa naamoy kasi never siya nagkaroon sa Pilipinas. Nagka-EDT before but hindi din nagkaroon sa Pilipinas. So yung dalawa lang. But I am assuming it still revolves around again those three three perfumes na sinabi natin kanina. So that is all for today. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, click like and subscribe below. Also follow me on TikTok at RaffiCake and also follow me on Instagram also at RaffiCake. I'll see you soon. Bye.